The left-hand column here, I mentioned that I had pulled up pretty close to USDA. I guess I was actually closer than I thought when I made these adjustments. I'm looking for an 18-19 marketing year that starts September 1, have corn ending stocks of 1.57 billion bushels. That would suggest a marketing year average cash price of $4.55, which is higher than where USDA currently has it. And looking at our price regression studies, that's where we would put it. So that would suggest some more upside potential in this corn market longer term. That's assuming 173.1 bushel trend yield. USDA is using 174 bushel yield. And that's assuming 89 million acres. USDA is currently at 88 million acres, but I'm assuming that they will add at least 1 million acres in their June 29th acreage report update. We're doing our own set of surveying as well yet this month, and we may end up adding to that number yet as well. But right now I'm going with, well, we could take away from it too depending on what our survey shows. Right now I'm at 89 million. I also have a bearish and a bullish scenario here. So if we look at our bearish scenario, I say, what if we have a really good growing season and this warm weather combines with timely rains that just keep moving around, and so the areas that are under dryness stress remain small, and we get a 5% above trend yield. Looking at the analog years, nearly every one of those analog years had an above trend yield, at least 2% above trend. Some of them 10 to 13% above trend. This 181.8 is 5% above trend, and I added 1 million acres here, as I said, and combining that, I had ending stocks of 2.273 billion. You know what stands out to me there? That's not much different than the current marketing year. So my bearish scenario, granted we could end up with a 10% above trend, but that's less likely. My bearish scenario here isn't even any more bearish than what we've been in over the last year, and I take that as a real positive going forward. From a producer standpoint, end users obviously would love to see lower prices. That does yield a marketing year average cash price a little closer to what we've been over last year. Now, what if the yield is 5% below trend? That these dry areas expand a little bit more, and the heat continues, and we end up 5% below trend. That's not hard to do. And that drops us down to 856 million bushels, and that gets us a rapid response on price. The trade's not comfortable at all with stocks below 1.5 billion bushels. So the marketing year average cash price in this case is $6.35. Oh, and I left acreage at 88. I didn't reduce acreage, I just didn't increase it from the March 29 numbers. So there's my expected, bearish, and bullish scenarios.